Rafa is like a father to me, so it means a lot. It's been a dream of mine. So thanks to everybody that trains with me and supports me. And love you guys.
You know, long time coming for a lot of belts. You know, like Rafa said, I started training martial arts when I was 15. And my mom was driving me down Edgewood in Lakeland, and my buddy was with me. We're a couple knuckleheads, and I was like, "Hey man, you want to learn how to fight?" He was like, "Yeah, let's go." I said, "Let's go to this taekwondo school, learn how to fight." Man, it was so cool. I saw these little kids running around. They had patches on their back, and I was like, "Man, it looks so cool in there." So I got my dad to sign me up for taekwondo. We started training. Long story short, little did I realize back then that training in martial arts for me, and I think everybody who's done it for a while, it turns into so much more than just learning how to fight. You know, it's a lifestyle, and it's changed me as a person. It's changed my ego. It's made me more humble. It's helped me in my professional life, my people skills, and I feel like I said, it's just made me a better person. You know, and I went on from there to do karate with the guy over there filming, Joe Lombardi. He was one of my first karate instructors. And he always pushed us to, actually when we got our brown belt in karate, it was a requirement that we had to start doing judo and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and some Kali stuff to expand just make us a more rounded martial artist to understand things. And he kind of put the spark in me to keep learning. And I realized through all that stuff that I really had a passion for grappling, and I started looking around and I found Rafa. And he seemed like a good guy. And by the way, I used to go to Joe's every Monday in high school. Every Monday I'd go to Joe's house, and he would train. We'd do some karate stuff or some grappling stuff, and then we would go visit a martial arts school over in Orlando. So I probably visited, at the time, over 100 martial arts schools in the Central Florida area. And I can say when I found Rafa's, like for me, I knew it was something special that I would fit in. I like the way you coach, you know, I like the way you treat people. It's just a nice atmosphere for me here, and I appreciate all you guys as training partners, and I'll be here for a long time. And the secret is just being dedicated. I never consider myself gifted in any way, you know, in martial arts or grappling especially. But I just show up to class, and you guys see it. People come and go, but if you just stay dedicated, you're gonna be all right. You're gonna make it, and hopefully you get as much out of it as I've gotten so far. And there's a lot more to go. So.
You are here.
You told me to wake up.
I'm awake now.
Why are you still not injured?
Where do you want me?
I don't know.
All right, so he's good at messing me up. Before I forget to mention him, he's #1 for me, and Brian Bradway as well, because, and Eddie, because they introduced me to Rafa. So just before I forget, thank you, Rafa. I did a lot of reflecting on this because for me, every belt, I never felt like I deserved it, and I always had to grow into them, and boy, am I gonna have to grow into this one. I feel a lot of gratitude, and I'm very thankful for every one of you, because I wouldn't be anywhere or be anywhere near as good as I was without the war, especially these a-holes right here. We go to war, like just war, and it's done nothing but make me better. There's so many things I could say. I don't want to forget anything. Also for me, this school is really special. I've been a lot of places. I've trained a lot of places, both in this state and out of this state. My first gym was in Oregon with Team Quest Fight Club with a lot of big names, and then coming here, I tried some Central Florida schools, and I believe Rafa was the 4th one I found, and I knew I was here to stay. And I'm just really glad to see every one of you that's remained here and that's dedicated, and like to mirror what Brian said, that's all it takes is just coming to class. That's it. Thanks my family for letting me.
I'd just like to thank everybody that that's been here and trying to help me. And I mean, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you guys like this and Rafa.
When you came here, you learned jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, I was in 2 other different schools and just barely, I guess, learning jiu-jitsu like Rafa said. And I know Rafa for a long time, and he's always been around. They say hi to me and stuff like that, and it just goes to show, look where I end up, you know. And I'd like to thank my wife, always. Here again, 5:30 with Paul. Thank you, Paul, for getting me physically in shape.
Thank you, Rafa. I actually thought this day would never come. So I've been doing martial arts 25 years. Had MMA fights, fought professionally. And I got hung out to dry about 15, 16 years ago. So whenever I opened my school, the one thing I was always going to be was loyal to my people and whoever showed me loyalty. And Rafa and I met years ago. Our gym fought and we trained against each other and stuff. And Rafa was always very respectful to me, you know. And I hoped I was always respectful to him. But
That was rare back then.
yeah, when he was fighting, when Rafa was fighting in CFC, was it? No, in Orlando. You talk about a pit bull. That picture is Rafa when he was fighting. So loyalty is very important to me. Sarah might say that I'm loyal to a fault sometimes to people that don't show it back to me. And some of you guys that train, and Jordan's known me a long time, Derek. That's just me. I don't care. That's just me. I always said I would be that guy. And it wasn't until about 5 or 6 years ago when I hooked up with Rafa and Sam, and I didn't realize the loyalty that this guy has. I thought I was a loyal person, but the loyalty that he's shown me, especially earlier this year when some stuff happened, something, and but the loyalty he showed me, like, and that he's displayed not just to me but to all you guys, is something that's rare. You don't find that in a lot of people, and you don't see that often. And I can only hope the people that have come through my gym in my years think that way that I think of him. So I want to say thank you.
First of all, thank you for always doing the book camp. I appreciate it, man. Mark, thank you for the beginner class.